everybody! How are you guys? I know everybody's probably bored at home, but I decided that I'm going to come and read you guys a couple of stories. We're going to start out with How to Train Your Dragon, the story. Long ago, fire-breathing dragons stole food from the Vikings of Berk every night, and every night the Vikings tried to stop them. But one young Viking called Hiccup was not allowed to fight the dragons. His father, Stoic, put him to work in the village blacksmith shop instead. That's my boyfriend. Stoic was the fearless leader of the Vikings. Hiccup begged his father to let him fight dragons alongside the other kids. "You're too kind-hearted and gentle to fight," his father replied. Hiccup decided if he fought a dragon on his own, everybody would see that he was brave and strong. One night, Hiccup snuck out with his new dragon-catching invention called the Mangler. He found a spot high up on a cliff and waited. Suddenly, something fast zoomed by Hiccup's head. He aimed the Mangler and fired into the darkness. Then he heard a loud roar. Hiccup's eyes grew big. "I think I got him," he cried. But there was no time to celebrate. Another dragon chased Hiccup through the village. Stoic scared it away, but not before Hiccup accidentally let all the captured dragons get away too. His father was furious. A Viking boy pointed at Hiccup and laughed. "I've never seen anyone mess up so badly." The next day, Hiccup found the dragon that he'd caught. It was a night fury. He saw that the dragon's tail was broken. Hiccup felt so bad that he cut the poor dragon loose. The dragon knocked Hiccup to the ground, but then it just turned and ran away. Hiccup decided that maybe all of the bad things he'd heard about dragons weren't true. He went to tell his father that he didn't want to fight them anymore. "You're going to the Dragon Training Academy," Stoic said. The Dragon Training Academy was a disaster. A brave Viking girl named Astrid, me, and the other kids made fun of Hiccup when Gobber, their teacher, had to step in and save him. In the blacksmith shop, Hiccup secretly built the Night Fury a new tail fin and a saddle. Eventually, he gained the dragon's trust. He climbed onto the dragon's back to test his handiwork. "I did it!" Hiccup cheered as they flew through the sky. The two soon became friends, and Hiccup named the dragon Toothless. Hiccup learned all sorts of dragon secrets from Toothless. For example, he learned that dragons are ticklish and that they really, really hate eels. One day at the Dragon Training Academy, Hiccup calmed an angry two-headed Zibbleback. Nobody saw Hiccup show the creature a slimy eel. Hiccup and Astrid became friends. When Hiccup was showing Astrid how to ride Toothless, the pair learned that the dragons were taking the Vikings' food to their own leader, a huge dragon called the Red Death. At the Dragon Training Academy, Stoic and Toothless confronted each other, and Hiccup defended the Night Fury. "Leave him alone," he cried. Hiccup explained that the dragons weren't bad. The Red Death was forcing them to steal the Vikings' food. Hiccup pleaded with his father to free Toothless, but Stoic wanted to use the dragon to find the Red Death's nest. Hiccup realized that it was up to him to save the dragons, but he couldn't do it alone. "I need your help," he told the other kids. He taught them how to ride the other dragons. The Red Death crushed the Vikings' weapons and destroyed their ships. Then the Viking kids soared to the rescue. Hiccup found Toothless and climbed onto his back. They flew towards the enormous dragon. Hiccup and Toothless led the Red Death on a deadly chase. They swooped down, and just before hitting the ground, they pulled away. But the giant dragon crashed at full speed and exploded. Hiccup had tricked the terrible dragon. The Red Death was gone for good. Although Hiccup got hurt in the fight, he was a hero. Now the Vikings and the dragons loved him. "I'm proud to call you my son," said Stoic. Best of all, Hiccup put the fighting between the Vikings of Berk and the dragons to rest forever. The end. Now that was the story of my boyfriend, but I have one more story for you guys today, and this is about the dragons. This is called the Night Fury and the Light Fury. Toothless was a Night Fury dragon. Hiccup was a Viking. They would have been enemies, but they were best friends. For many years, Vikings believed dragons were dangerous and should be destroyed. Young Hiccup didn't think like this. He caught a dragon, he called it Toothless. He tried being friendly instead. Toothless tried being friendly too. Another time, Hiccup reached out to pet Toothless. Toothless loved it. Against all odds, the Viking and the dragon became friends. Hiccup saw that Toothless was missing a tail fin, and he could not fly. Hiccup made a new tail fin for Toothless. They became best friends. Toothless would do anything to protect Hiccup. He even battled dragons much bigger than he was, and he won. Toothless became the alpha dragon, the leader of all dragons. Dragons started to live with the Vikings on the island of Berk. One day, Toothless heard a groan in the forest. He followed the sound and found a female dragon that looked a lot like him. They understood each other's caws and expressions. Toothless did not notice what was hidden in the clearing. "Get out of here, it's a trap," she purred to Toothless. He stepped around the trap and got closer to her. Then Hiccup arrived with his girlfriend, Astrid, me. The new dragon was scared. She shot a violent fireball at them. Toothless told the white dragon to stop. "But they are humans," she roared. She did not trust humans and flew away. Toothless roared, "Come back!" Hiccup and Astrid were amazed. They realized the dragon was not a night fury, but a light fury. Later, at the dragon stables, Toothless grew restless. Hiccup didn't know what was bothering Toothless. "Isn't it obvious?" asked me. "He's in love." Hiccup was surprised. He asked Toothless, "Am I not enough?" Toothless paused and dashed away. Hiccup was worried. Someone had tried to lure Toothless by using the light fury to trap him. Berk was too dangerous for dragons. When Hiccup was younger, his father, Stoic, told him a story of a hidden world guarded by dragons. The waterfall entrance led to the land beneath the sea. Hiccup wanted to find this place. Soon, the Vikings packed and went to find the hidden world with the dragons. Hiccup and Toothless led the way. Suddenly, Toothless heard a noise. It was the Light Fury. The Light Fury grabbed Hiccup and tossed him into the ocean. She showed Toothless he was free. Toothless smiled, thanking the Light Fury, but rushed to save Hiccup. Then, confused Lightning Fury flew away. The Vikings and the dragons continued their search for the hidden world. On the way, they found an island and rested there for the night. The Light Fury found them. A happy Toothless followed her. The Light Fury invited Toothless to dance with her. Toothless just flapped his wings. He didn't know what else to do. Then Toothless got an idea. He took a twig and drew in the sand. He drew the Light Fury. The Light Fury touched her nose to Toothless's nose. She invited him to fly away with her. He tried to follow her, but he fell in the water, and he could not fly without Hiccup. Hiccup made Toothless a new tail fin, so he could fly on his own. Toothless met the Light Fury. They flew off together. The Light Fury showed Toothless a giant hole in the ocean. It was surrounded by waterfalls. "My home," the Light Fury purred to Toothless. He sounded back, "Take me there." The Light Fury held one of his talons. Then they disappeared into the hole. Hiccup wondered what happened to Toothless. He and Astrid flew off Astrid's tracker class dragon to search for Toothless. They found the giant hole in the ocean and flew into it. They saw the hidden world Hiccup's father had told him about. Hiccup and Astrid saw Toothless and the Light Fury. They seemed at home there. "We should leave," Hiccup whispered to Astrid. Some dragons spotted the humans and roared at them. Toothless saw Hiccup and commanded that the dragons leave his friends alone. He grabbed Hiccup and flew away. Astrid and her dragon followed them. Hiccup said to Toothless, "It's okay, bud. You belong in the hidden world. We don't." Soon the Light Fury appeared. Toothless was happy to see her. Toothless wanted to be with the Light Fury, but he didn't want to leave Hiccup. Hiccup didn't want Toothless to leave either, but he knew the two dragons belonged together. "He's all yours," Hiccup said to the Light Fury. She licked Hiccup's face. Toothless looked at Hiccup. "Is it time?" Hiccup nodded. It was time for his friend to be free with his own kind. Toothless roared his goodbye, and he and the Light Fury flew away. Hiccup hoped that they would someday meet again. He believed that they would. And I do too. Well, that is all of these stories that I have for you guys today, but I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And remember, keep washing your hands and staying at home. Bye, guys.